You know how Netflix just knows exactly what movie you want to watch next? Or how Amazon can change millions of prices like in an instant? Well, the magic behind all that, it's not just AI. It's this critical foundation that's built by data engineers. So today, let's dive in and explore the world of data engineering, the hidden backbone of our entire modern intelligent world. So, to really get why data engineering is so incredibly important, we first have to wrap our heads around the sheer scale of the problem they're solving. Because let's be real, we are living through a massive explosion of information. It's a true data deluge. Just look at this number for a second. 2.5 quintillion bytes of data. What does that even mean? Well, that's a 1 with 18 zeros after it. And that unbelievable amount of information gets created every single day from all of our clicks, our swipes, our posts, and all the sensors out there. It's this incredible opportunity for sure, but it's also a monumental challenge. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. What happens if we don't do anything with all that data? Well, without someone to manage it, it's just noise. It's chaos. Data stays scattered all over the place, completely useless. Business reports become totally unreliable. Those powerful AI models we hear so much about, they just fail. And ultimately, companies end up making terrible decisions based on bad information. So that brings us to the big question, right? In this massive storm of information, who are the people that actually build the dams and the channels and the purification plants to make it all useful? And here's our answer. The pros who step in to tame this chaos, the ones who build structure out of all that noise, they are the data engineers. They are the essential builders of our data-driven world. Okay, so formally speaking, data engineering is this whole discipline. It's not just about one little task. It's the entire process of designing, building, and maintaining these really robust systems that handle the complete data lifecycle, from the second it's created to the moment it's used to make a smart decision. But you know what? If you want to boil it all down to one simple, powerful idea, this is it. Data engineers make data usable. They take that raw, messy, quintillion byte stream of information and they transform it into something clean, reliable, and totally ready for action. And here's the kicker. Without them, data science can't even get started. So how do they actually do it? Well, a huge part of their day is building what are called data pipelines. You can think of them like super sophisticated digital plumbing systems that move data from point A to point B. They also design the blueprints for how data gets stored in these massive digital libraries called data warehouses, or these vast data lakes. And they're building and managing all of this stuff on the big cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. Now, this all might sound a little abstract, I get it. But I promise you, you're actually interacting with the work of data engineers every single day in the apps you already use and love. This just shows the impact perfectly. That Netflix recommendation engine, yep, that's powered by real-time data pipelines built by engineers. Amazon's crazy dynamic pricing? That relies on massive streaming data systems. And you know that instant notification you get from your bank about a suspicious charge? That's a data engineer's work, making it possible for a fraud detection model to act in milliseconds. Okay, so a question I hear a lot is, wait, how is this different from a data scientist? It's a great question. They're all part of a bigger team, and every player has a really distinct and vital role. This table really clears it up. So you've got the data architect who designs the high-level blueprint for everything. Then the data engineer comes in and actually builds the sturdy infrastructure, the pipes, the warehouses to get the data ready. And only then, once the data is clean and ready, can the data scientist come in to analyze it and pull out those valuable predictions and insights. So here's a really simple way to think about it. Data engineers are the essential bridge. They connect the messy, chaotic world of raw data on one side with the clean, structured world of AI and business analytics on the other. Without that bridge, nothing gets across. Simple as that. So what if you're the one who wants to build that bridge? Well, the great news is that because this role is so critical, it is also in extremely high demand. So let's break down the roadmap to becoming a data engineer. First up, you need the right tools in your toolkit. On the technical side, SQL for talking to databases and Python for building logic are completely non-negotiable. Then you'll need specialized tools for handling huge data sets like Spark and for real-time data like Kafka. But listen, it's not all technical. This job is fundamentally about problem solving and collaborating with others to figure out what the business really needs from its data. Here is a super clear path you can follow. Step 1. Master the fundamentals, SQL, and Python. Then, for step 2, you build on that by really understanding databases and how the cloud works. From there, you get into the core of the job in step 3, mastering ETL and building those data pipelines. Step 4 is where you level up to the really advanced tools for big, fast data, like Spark and Kafka. And finally, and this is probably the most important one, step 5, you have to build a strong project portfolio to prove you can actually do the work. And, of course, the demand for these skills is definitely reflected in the paycheck. As you can see, data engineering is a very well-rewarded career all around the world. And this demand, it's only going up. With the explosion of AI and large language models, which need absolutely massive, clean data sets to work, the need for the people who can provide that data is just skyrocketing. So, how do you get noticed? You build stuff. Seriously. A hiring manager wants to see that you can actually apply your skills. Creating a project like building a sales data pipeline or real-time streaming dashboard is the single best way to show your value and land those interviews. So, what's the big takeaway here? Data engineers aren't just coders or database managers. They're the architects and civil engineers of our digital age. They build the absolute foundation, the essential backbone that every single intelligent system in our world relies on to function. So the real question is, are you ready to be one of the builders?